Looking for your next forever friend? We've got you covered. This is Pet Connection with Energy 95.3. Now, here's Erik Fox.
Yeah, normally we do this every other Wednesday, but you know what? It's a special week, so we're going to talk about that in a moment. But once again, it's Energy Pet Connection. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. Other side of the split screen, the two-legged variety is Nick from Kern County Animal Services. How are you doing this morning, my friend?
I'm doing really good, Erik. Thank you for having us again.
I really appreciate it. Always love having you guys on here because not only do we talk about maybe a pet you currently have, but maybe you want a new forever friend in your home. And that person, or not that person, but that animal could be Poncho, who's hanging out with us today. What can you tell us about Poncho?
For first and foremost, he's a very big dog. Poncho is, his kennel card says he's 90 pounds, but I really think we missed the mark on that. I think he's probably closer to 100, if not over 100 pounds. But he just came to us just a couple days ago. He's a boy. He's a big old baby. He bonded with Katie, who had to leave us just a second ago, and now he's whining because he wants Katie back. He just came to us a couple days ago. Beautiful brindle color. And like I said, he is a very big dog. I wouldn't say he's high energy, though I haven't had him out in the play yard just yet. But he's a sweet boy, and he's at the Kern County Animal Shelter.
We got Poncho's information right there on the screen, A1196392. Just came into the shelter, a big boy. But like I always say, every dog can be a lap dog if they fit on your lap. So you might have to do some sort of movement here, but it could still happen, right?
I don't know, Erik. You're going to need a big lap for him to fit in. He's
just lay on the couch and he'll make what happens happen. So talking about, so has not really had time in the play yard yet. Like a lot of the animals that we do have available right here on the Pet Connection. But what are you seeing so far, like temperament and how Poncho interacts with humans, dogs, all the above?
Yeah, so what we've seen so far is he's just a very sweet boy, very loving. He's a gentle giant, He's just a sweet boy. Seems to get along with other dogs, though he hasn't been tested in a play group. But he's just a big old love bug. We think he's going to be a good dog for somebody who isn't entirely sedentary. Still likes to get up and around because he could probably use the exercise. But he's going to be one of those dogs that's just probably your best friend, one of those types of dogs.
Poncho has the same look on his face pretty much like I have around 5 a.m. when I wake up in the morning. So I'm just looking at that right now. Just a lot of love to give and a lot of love and attention to you can give them. Let's talk about, obviously, first of all, is Poncho ready to come home?
He's going to be neutered first. Since he came to us just recently, he hasn't been neutered just yet. But he's got all his vaccines on board. And once he gets adopted, he will be neutered. He'll have a license for a year for county residents. He'll have a microchip. He'll be vaccinated. He'll be ready to go. Everything you need to be responsible.
And the beautiful part about it is we are in the shortest month of the year, February, and that's a special thing for you guys, right?
Yeah. All month long, all throughout the month of February, all of our adoptions, including Poncho, are fee waived. They're free. All of our adoptions are free. All dogs, all cats, every animal at the Kern County Animal Shelter is free to adopt in the month of February. It's no secret that, or it shouldn't be a secret by now, that our animal shelter, in fact, I'd be willing to guess that every animal shelter in Kern County and most animal shelters throughout the state of California are packed in gills with animals, beautiful, loving animals that roll around on their back, like thinks he's 10 pounds, but he's 10 times that. So it's a really good time to adopt right now. Not only are you saving an animal's life, I mean, you genuinely are saving an animal's life, but you're also making space so that another animal can stay longer at the animal shelter. And you're completing your own life. I mean, who doesn't need a little unconditional love in their life?
Let's talk about I don't like talking about animals like they're a commodity, but let's talk about the value you actually get for that fee waived adoption. You already talked about it. Not only do you get a forever friend, but they're ready to go entirely for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, we talk about responsible pet ownership. What does that mean? Responsible pet ownership begins and ends with keeping your pet healthy. So you got to get them vaccinated. There are some legal requirements when you own a pet, especially a dog. You need a license and you need a rabies vaccine in the state of California. So not only do we satisfy those requirements when you adopt an animal from the county animal shelter, but you're also getting an animal that's fully vaccinated against parvo and distemper, and that has a microchip that's dewormed, that has had flea and tick treatment. So we try to start you out on the right foot with everything you need to be responsible. And, it's not only, like we said, is it fee waived? We don't want that to be the primary reason why folks come in to adopt an animal. But keep in mind that, you can't put a dollar value on on what an animal, especially a dog like Poncho here, does to your life. I mean, I said it kind of in jest, but they really do provide unconditional love. There's no conditions on a dog's love.
Right.
I know when I come and my beagle is jumping all over me, it doesn't matter what kind of day I had or what kind of day she had. She's always happy to see me. I'm sure Poncho will do that for the right person. And now's a good time to do it. February, all of our adoption fees are fee waived.
Poncho, who's hanging on the floor right now, and until I say on the floor, then Poncho's like, oh, it's my time. Poncho's our guest today, our four-legged friend, A119-6392, and of course, all of February fee-waived adoptions. But let's talk about another event going on. People who were listening to the Condors Connection we did yesterday talked about an event going on Friday, where it's not only Energy Night, but it's also a chance to connect up with the amazing team at Kern County Animal Services for Animal Appreciation Night with the Bakersfield Condors on Friday. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's right. So this Friday night, the Bakersfield Condors are going to recognize Kern County Animal Services as their organization recognized for Pet Appreciation Night. Unfortunately, or fortunately, we don't have any tickets left. We were apportioned 200 tickets, and we basically sold out of tickets. But I'm sure there's tickets available at the box office. It's a great time. We're going to have some pets there available for adoption on the concourse. Our staff and volunteers and some of our adopters and foster families are going to be in the audience. It's just going to be a feel-good night. We hope the Condors win.
Of course, and absolutely.
Way to show your support and a fun way to do it too.
And of course, Poncho probably won't be there because we're going to get a Poncho home, a home before then. But so you were saying, like, if you go there and you find maybe your forever friend right there on the concourse, I mean, not only are you going to come home with a amazing feel as the Condors beat San Jose, but also you're going to have your forever friend in your arms on the drive home.
Yeah, like you said, I can guarantee you Poncho will not be one of the dogs that's at the Condors game this Friday. But we will have, I think, 3 or 4 dogs we'll have out there that are available for adoption. But more than anything, we want to be able to provide some documentation, some illustrations, some documents on our programs. So our vaccine clinics and our spay and neuter offerings, volunteer opportunities, foster family opportunities. So even if you can't adopt an animal, receiving that information on how you can help the population, even if you can't take on an animal, is another thing that we're going to be at the Condors game Friday night to give out, and that's information.
Looking forward to it because once again, it is Energy 95.3 night, so I'm going to be out there as well. Look forward to seeing everyone out there, and of course, seeing the amazing animals and the amazing team over at Kern County Animal Services that does so many things for our society and our world, and just we really appreciate everything you guys do. Once again, Poncho is our four-legged friend today who looks in bliss because Nick is doing his magic. A119-6392. And people want to check out Poncho, connect up and get Poncho home. What do people need to do?
They're going to come down to the Kern County Animal Shelter at 3951 Fruitvale Avenue. We're open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Wednesdays from 2 p.m. until 7 p.m. And like we said, to adopt a pet the whole month of February, there's no cost.
Love that. Poncho, we're going to get you home. So You're going to have to watch the Condors game on the TV from home as people stream it or something like that. So, Nick from Kern County Animal Services, Poncho, our friend, our four-legged friend today. We really appreciate everything you guys do for our world, our society, and our community.
As always, thank you for your support.
Absolutely. And we'll catch you next week with another edition of your Energy 95.3 Pet Connection, brought to you by Kern County Animal Services and, of course, Energy 95.3. We'll see you then.